Turning now to the New York City mayor's race.
All right, less than a week to go until Election Day. A new poll is shedding some light on where the race currently stands.
Yeah, Fox 5's Morgan McKay joins us now with the details. Morgan, what can you tell us?
Hey, Haley and Steve. So we got a new Quinnipiac poll this afternoon, and it shows Zohran Mamdani still leading by 10 percentage points over Andrew Cuomo. But his lead shrunk just slightly from the last poll from Quinnipiac. But Cuomo and Sliwa's numbers remained relatively unchanged. Instead, according to the poll, the number of undecided voters doubled. With just days to go until Election Day, Zohran Mamdani receiving an endorsement from the United Bodegas of America Association, which represents around 14,000 bodegas across New York City. Some bodega owners have publicly criticized Mamdani for his plan to open 5 city-run grocery stores, one in each borough, saying it will take away from their businesses. However, the president of the association told us after the press conference that Mamdani had promised to work with bodega owners so they could also buy food at similar wholesale rates if they were near these supermarkets, which helped alleviate some of the concern about competition, he said. Mamdani also hinted at something similar when asked by reporters.
We were having a conversation about the way that streamlining regulations could assist bodega owners in the work that they do, about taking on some of the warehouse logistics issues, and also understanding the role that the city has to play in not being a burden on these same small businesses, but rather being a support. What we are speaking about are groceries at a very small scale that will be done alongside supporting these bodegas.
Nearly 300,000 New Yorkers have turned out to vote so far in the first 4 days of early voting, and voters 55 and older are continuing to make up the majority of the voter turnout overall. However, yesterday data shows there was an uptick in younger voters, surpassing the number of older voters in the daily turnout. Many experts say with such a high voter turnout, it can be hard to predict how the race is truly leaning. Sliwa holding a news conference outside the Staten Island ferry this morning before he headed over to the borough to canvass with supporters. Sliwa praised a high voter turnout, encouraging supporters to get out and vote. He also responded to one of the top Republican city council members, Ina Virenkov, telling supporters she's voting for Andrew Cuomo in order to try to stop Mamdani from winning.
I would caution Ina that if somebody veers away from the Republican line to try to find Cuomo in that maze, ain't easy to find them. Are they going to return and then continue to vote Republicans? And I noticed how she begged people, please return to the Republican line. That's not reality. That's fantasy. But, hey, I depend on more than just Republicans. I have independents. I have moderate Democrats.
And Andrew Cuomo received a major endorsement today from Congressman Tom Suozzi, a representative from Long Island and Queens, who supported Cuomo in the primary as well. And Republican Congressman Mike Lawler also endorsing Cuomo in an effort to defeat Mamdani, even though Lawler was elected to Congress after being an outspoken critic against Cuomo during COVID. Today, Lawler called Cuomo the lesser of two evils. Cuomo taking some heat after the New York Times revealed that he also used to live in a rent-stabilized apartment in the 1980s. Cuomo has repeatedly attacked Mamdani for living in a rent-stabilized apartment in Queens. Cuomo was also out campaigning today on Staten Island, ramping up his messaging that Mamdani is more of an outsider, referring to how Mamdani has dual citizenship and questions his allegiances.
I think there's going to be a big turnout because he frightens New Yorkers. He frightens New Yorkers, and he is dangerously inexperienced. 8.5 million people live in this city. Who wants to trust him with the leadership of New York City? You now get down to the last week. They're starting to focus. They're starting to learn who Zohran really is and what he has said and what he stands for and what the Democratic Socialist agenda is all about and how unqualified he is.
There are also some concerns that tomorrow's heavy rainfall could impact voter turnout. So something to keep in mind.
Yeah.